I was driving my van along a country road in New Jersey when I noticed him standing by the roadside. He was impeccably dressed in a suit, with slicked back hair and carrying a small briefcase. I knew I shouldn't let a stranger into my car, but I was a big guy, 193 cm tall and weighing 105 kg, and the back of my van was loaded with various hunting gear. This scrawny man in a suit probably couldn't kill me and dump my body in the wilderness, right? The timing was perfect. I could use some gas money. "Hey, buddy," I called out to him, slowly pulling over. "I'll give you a ride if you can cover some gas money." "How about that?" "Certainly," he responded politely in a perfect British accent. He pulled out 3 $20 bills from his wallet. "Will this be enough?" "Plenty, plenty." I nodded eagerly, greedily snatching the bills from his hand. I pressed a button, and the lock clicked open. "Hop in, buddy." After getting in, the man in the suit looked around the car. His gaze traveled from the crumpled Wendy's burger wrapper on the dashboard to the unidentified goo on the gear shift. "Sorry about the mess, buddy. I'm on my way to a hunt right now." I turned the wheel and headed towards the highway. "Hunting? How interesting," the man said with a strange but enthusiastic tone. "Have you always liked hunting?" "I never thought I'd take up hunting. I love animals and have 3 dogs at home." Then I discovered that hunting is actually a lot of fun. Besides, there are a lot of deer around here. They starve in the winter and cause numerous car accidents. At this point, we both fell silent for a while. "Do you only hunt during the day?" "No, my good buddy Matthew joins me for the entire weekend." He chuckled. "Your wife must be very understanding to let you out for an entire weekend." I hadn't mentioned that I had a wife. I glanced down at the wedding ring on my finger. "Oh, right. Mary is very understanding. She's 5 months pregnant with our daughter." "A daughter, huh?" "Ah, yeah." In the silence, I could feel the man's eyes continually glancing at me. The atmosphere was really awkward, so I turned on the radio. "How did you meet Matthew?" The man quietly adjusted the radio dial. "Why ask that?" "He's Mary's childhood friend, so we naturally got close after we got married." "Hm." The man rubbed his chin thoughtfully, looking like a psychologist. "Are you a psychologist?" The thought slipped out of my mouth. "Ha ha ha, no, I work in finance." "What kind of finance work?" "Now it's my turn to ask you." "Futures trading," the man said ambiguously. I glanced at him from the corner of my eye, noticing his slight smile. His hand slowly reached down towards the briefcase at his feet, making me inexplicably nervous. Click. The metal clasp of the briefcase opened. "What's in your bag?" "Tools." "What kind of tools?" The man's slender fingers reached into the briefcase, ready to pull something out. I got nervous. Even the steering wheel felt cold in my hands. "I have a lot of hunting rifles in my car. You'd better not." I stopped mid-sentence. He just took out a stack of papers, handling them as if they were his lifeline. He quietly focused on the text on the papers. His fingertips and eyes moved simultaneously across the text, making a soft, rustling sound. Then he put the papers back in the bag and closed the clasp. What on earth was he reading? My question remained unanswered. He suddenly turned to face me. I could feel from the corner of my eye that he was staring at me for a few minutes. Then he broke the silence. "Don't go hunting," he said with a piercing look in his blue eyes. "What?" "Go home immediately. Go to Mary." "What?" "She needs you. I mean, Madeline needs you." I turned pale. I hadn't mentioned that our daughter was named Madeline. "How do you?" "Matthew will stage the scene to look like an accident." The man's words were forceful. "He'll make it look like a simple hunting accident. His biggest consequence will be a 35-minute statement at the police station." But let me out at the restaurant ahead. They have the best Cobb salad. Matthew wants to kill me. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? The man stared at me with wide eyes. I'm talking about what you just said. I said, let me out at the restaurant ahead. The man pointed to the exit ramp. If you don't slow down, you'll miss it. My trembling hand signaled and took the exit, dropping him off at the restaurant parking lot. My heart pounded along with the cooling engine. Thanks for the ride. Take care on the road, he said, taking his briefcase as he got out of the car. My teeth chattered, unable to respond. I didn't snap out of it until he closed the door. I didn't want to believe this charlatan, but I couldn't bring myself to go hunting either. So I texted Matthew, saying I was sick, and headed home. Mary was very happy that I came home early that day. But Matthew was very disappointed. I mean, very, very, very disappointed. After dodging Matthew's relentless calls for a month, there was suddenly a knock on the front door one day. I turned on the porch light and saw it was Matthew, holding a crowbar, trying to pry open my door lock. We called the police immediately. After Matthew was arrested, life became smooth like the clouds had cleared. A few months later, Madeline was born. When we got home from the hospital, there was a teddy bear with a pink ribbon on the porch. It didn't say who it was from, but I knew where it came from. That's the end of the story. If you like this story, feel free to click like at the bottom right of the video, share it with your friends, or leave a comment below with your thoughts.